Alrighty, let's keep on going here. We have learned on pages 2 and 3 of this project some text wrap, some text fitting, how to style type, how to create and apply your character styles that really helped out. And on that point, what if we've decided that we don't really like these colors very much, that we don't like this hot pink and the blue and the gray? We want to try some different colors. We want to change our colors. So what we need to do is we're going to bring up our swatches panel. Now remember, you can just go to the F5 key, which is the function key. If that's difficult, I can't imagine it is, you could go to Window, Color, and Swatches. I've got mine up. Mine might look a little bit more edited than yours, but what we want to do is we now want to start using Pantone colors. Pantone colors are the industry standard of colors across the globe. And you'll get, as you get farther along in FITM, you're going to hear a lot about Pantone colors. There's a Pantone color of the year every year that's a very important part of forecasting trends. The colors always have a code, a numerical code, and that numerical code assures that if you've got Pantone 3975 and you are sending it to a printer in Yugoslavia, they know what Pantone 3975 is, and they will match that color formula very simply, very easily. So that's the point of it. Now, we have our swatches panel. It's got to be up, and we are going to go through a little tiny procedure to start loading actual Pantone colors into our swatch panel. So to do that, we're going to click on the hamburger button, which is that little tiny kind of, it's four or three lines that are just parallel that are up almost in the corner of every single panel. It is actually called the hamburger menu button. And when you click on it, it gives you usually a drop-down menu and with a lot of options. For this one, we are going to go to the first option, which says New Color Swatch. And what that does is it brings up another window called the New Color Swatch window. And we're looking at just whatever colors are going to come up. They're all going to be different. But what happens is the color mode is usually set to CMYK, where it says color mode right here. CMYK, you should have learned in Intro to Adobe, is a 4-color printing mode. It stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and K means black. And you can see cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And if you change the numbers, it changes the color. But we are not going to worry about CMYK. We are going to click on the little down arrow here, the little down, yeah, it's a little caret, it's called. And when we click on that, it brings another drop-down menu, and we're going to scroll down to Pantone plus Color Bridge Coded. And then once we're there, we unclick. And now what's happened is it says Pantone Color Bridge Coded. And now the scrolling window has a bunch of color swatches, and they are all Pantone colors. So if you go slowly, each one has a very specific number, and that's what I was saying. If we picked something, you had something specced out is what it's called. You have some type that's 7520 CP, means color bridge coded. That's going to be exactly the same color printing in Yugoslavia, in India, in Korea, in New Jersey, and in Canada, and in Russia. It is an absolute color standard, which is why we want you guys to use it. Saying all that, let's go to some colors that we think we want to use and this is your project, so I'm just giving you an example. Let's say I don't really feel that this bright fits my company very well. I think she's going to kind of be more about blues, and they're not going to be quite as bright. So I'm going to go through until I find some colors I think I want. I'm going to click on one, and when I like that one, I'm going to say Add, and notice it popped right into the swatches panel. I can continue to just click on different ones and add. Let's say I want some tinter, some lighter ones. and it's just, you have to scroll kind of slowly. So maybe I kind of want that one because it's a little bit lavendery. And let's say I want some contrasting color, so maybe I do want kind of some browns or something. You never know. Some fleshy colors are awfully trendy now. Maybe I want a yellow, and maybe I do want some gray. So you just have to really kind of peruse the color choices here. There's some nice ones if you like grays and things on the bottom end. And I'm going to say add, and I'm going to add a medium gray. So I've got a bunch of colors. And when I'm done, I say done. Now I've got a bunch of Pantone colors in here. And now I want to change my colors in my file to some of these colors. So in my title here, I could do it manually, right? I'm just going to go in with the T tool, and I'm going to, you can see how slow my computer is. I'm going to select that pink, and I'm going to change it to kind of a medium blue. Maybe I want to use, for this, I haven't really done much styling on this, but maybe this one, I want it to be kind of an accent color, or a low color, not an accent color, kind of the opposite. And that's making some sense to me, but now I want to do it here. Now I could do the same thing where I just scrape, select this and change each one, but don't do that. Go to your character styles panel again. Click on the event name. Click on character color. Scroll down, and there's your Pantone colors. Let's say we want to have all the event colors be that Pantone color. I'm going to say okay. Boom. It did it that fast. Much quicker and much more consistent. Now I'm going to click on this one. And again, go to the character color. And maybe this one, I'm going to change it to that kind of mauve-y color. Or a bright, let's see. And what's cool is if you have the preview button selected, it's giving you a preview. So you can actually see what it looks like. So I really haven't picked very many different colors, but I think the darker is working well, and I'm going to say okay. Now again, same thing. If I go to the location, I go to character color, and maybe this one I'm going to make it brown. I'm going to say okay. That's how you load Pantone colors. And remember, you want to, at this point now, we only want to use the Pantone colors. In other words, if I open up your file, and even the stroke, I want to have the stroke be a Pantone color. So you're going to switch all your colors to, other than black and white. Obviously black and white doesn't matter. But I don't want you using any of these tints or CMYK colors, only the Pantone colors. And this is what's going to be true in your final as well. That's how you load Pantone colors, and I'll stop there.